Paris will always have a special place in my heart. I fell in love with the city, the architecture, the culture, and even riding the metro. I spent many days walking around each district just exploring the city. I'm incredibly grateful for all that KEI did for me to go on this journey. Edward helped me all throughout the application process, and both him and Danielle, our host in Paris, were constant guides up until my very last day in Paris, where Danielle hosted a farewell dinner. KEI booked our accommodations before we got there, and Danielle picked us up from the airport. She helped us check into our residence and showed us how to use the metro and gave us our first tour around the city. She also hosted a welcome dinner with the past KEI student. One weekend, we tried African food, and another weekend, we went on a trip to Strasbourg, where Danielle's from, and she showed us all around the city. My family was visiting and were able to have a nice dinner with Danielle and her family as well. We went to several events throughout the semester, from the circus to the Philharmonic to watch classical music to a hip-hop show. Another weekend, we were able to take the train up to Lyon. Danielle is the ultimate tour guide. She really knows her stuff. She's charismatic and memorable, and even found an amazing dinner spot near our hotel. My time in Paris was even better because of Danielle. She made us feel comfortable and safe and was always around if we needed help. We waited for a sunny day, and Danielle booked a boat tour around the Seine so we can get to know Paris from the river. One Monday, we took a short trip to Provence, which is outside of the city. We had a yummy meal in Danielle's countryside home, and her husband cooked us some ostrich steak. He showed us his art studio, and me and Danielle and Marley took a walk through the countryside, which was a nice break from the city. We then took the short ride into the historical town of Provence, where we walked all along the streets and admired the quaint town. Back in the city, the walk to school was always beautiful and busy. The American School of Business was always busy, and it always had something interesting going on. ABS had students from all over the US, and I really enjoyed getting to know everyone. One of my classes took us to many museums around Paris, and we learned all about Monet, Picasso, Van Gogh, and many, many more. One of my absolutely favorite things to do in Paris was rent a bike and explore as many parks in Paris and the surrounding regions as I could. Many times I would stop and read, take long walks around rivers and lakes, and sometimes have picnic with friends. I would stop and watch the locals play and get very competitive and just watch the activities around me. My family and friends and I back home are big foodies, and Europe did not disappoint. I try to be as diverse as possible and mix French food in whenever I got the chance. I absolutely loved researching and finding new restaurants to try in Paris, and my favorite part of the day was waking up and getting a fresh pastry and my orange juice to go. And of course, I always had to have a hot chocolate. When I had the opportunity to travel, I always visited a museum or did a tour to learn more about each country. I'm so thankful for my time abroad and thankful I chose KEI. This is truly an experience I'm going to cherish for the rest of my life.